And thank you for joining us. This is Dr. Tommy Show live on YouTube. Our first one live on YouTube. Took a little while to get set up. I feel like it was like the first time ever. But see, I just forgot to turn your mic up. There you go.
Oh, it's good to go now.
Now we're good to go. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
I'm Dr. Tommy McElroy. I'm sports and family medicine physician in Wesley Chapel, Florida. And Ask Dr. Tommy Show is our... the Dr. Tommy Show is a live show, live on YouTube and Facebook Live now. Mm-hmm. And then Ask Dr. Tommy Show is the show that is on the internet, and it's on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. And we talk about a lot of different things, including concierge medicine, which is what we do, medicine, fitness, nutrition. Mm-hmm. We talk about, what else?
Weight loss.
Weight loss. We talk about...
our McCombo Ultra Burn we give.
And we talk to local people. Mm-hmm. Like Robin Hatfield, who is with JSB Tampa, who we learned has just basically pulled out of the Savage Race.
Well, she has. And, gosh, am I disappointed. I told her I'm still going to make a shirt for her. Yeah. And maybe that will, and she's going to have the whole get up, so maybe that will be a little guilt trip for her. Then the day of the race, she's going to say, oh, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I can't be the only one of 15 people not participating. And then
one of the things that we have, too, is coming up besides Savage Race, which is when it's October 23rd.
October 22nd, I believe, whatever that Saturday is.
So that's coming up, but October we also 22nd. Have... that's a Team Echelon-Health, so you can join the team if you'd like.
Yes, we're doing. It's the name is Team Echelon-Health, and our wave time is 10 a.m. And it's going to be at the where's it at now? It's in Dade City.
Yeah, some farm or something.
It's at a ranch. I cannot remember the name now.
And we're gonna stick together.
We're going to stay together as a team. Now, we have two new people who just joined us, joined the team, Gio and Jill. I know Jill's a personal trainer, and I'm not sure about her husband, but I don't know if they're going to be...
They may just want to leave us behind.
They just might want to leave us behind.
After the first half a mile.
Maybe. But the rest of us, we're going to stay together and help each other out.
We're going to help each other over the wall. Mm-hmm. I think Robin should do it.
Robin Hatfield needs to do it.
You're being called out on Facebook Live.
Yeah, and she is so excited about wearing Gator colors.
Yeah, I bet.
She is.
She's an Aggie. The other thing we got coming up is our Halloween party.
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
Wednesday the 26th now. It's been changed from the 27th on a Thursday to the 26th. Just couldn't wait. Mm-hmm. Too much excitement.
Yeah, we decided let's move it up a day.
And then we're having a costume party, so you can come dressed as somebody from The Sopranos, Dexter, Breaking Bad,
90210,
Melrose Place. That's
it. Those 5. I mean, that's a lot of options.
I don't know who I'm going to come as yet.
No?
I don't know. I have a
no
inkling.
Hints today?
Have an inkling.
No hints?
I was out on a boat last night thinking about it. I was dumping some stuff. And
what were you dumping?
I had to take care of some business.
Okay. That's an interesting color shirt you have there. Yeah. Brown?
Well, anyway, so I don't know who I'm going to come as yet. And you don't know who you're going to come as yet either.
No, I don't.
No. If you're out there and you want to talk live, feel free to text in. One of the things, too, that was coming up is the Mommy Makeover. Mm-hmm. This is with Anahita Azarian, who is our cosmetic surgeon extraordinaire. Mm-hmm. And she's having a Mommy Makeover.
A.K.A. Persian Goddess.
The Persian Goddess of Water, Dr. Azarian. So there you go. It's a Mommy Makeover. And it is on November 3rd, 2016. Through RSVP, you can call her, but I would also just go online to her website to learn more about her. If you're not familiar, it's magnoliapsc.com, right. And learn about what that says. I saw this I was at the library the other day, and I was trying to buy a book. There's a book that I had seen before. They had books there at the library in Lutz for $2 for hardcover, nice books.
That's awesome.
So there was a book on Alexandra and Nicholas. Do you know who that is?
No.
Nicholas II was the last Tsar of Russia.
Okay.
And Alexandra was his wife, and they were the ones that were killed in the Bolshevik Revolution.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a book about him there, and I was out in my car, and I had just gone to Feed Depot to get some feed for the chickens, and I gave my last $1 to the gentleman that was helping me load up the stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I want to go get a book. I want to get that book because I saw it there before. I was out there, and I was 12 cents short. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I saw this thing. It's about the nonpartisan voters guide for 2016, and there's some stuff on here that I wasn't familiar with. Did you know that they have medical marijuana amendments back now?
I did know that.
So basically, it's the same as it was before. Differs, but they're more specific about debilitating medical conditions. And but otherwise, it's similar to the amendment that was previously passed. That was what I think they failed by 2 points. It has to get 60%.
Right. I don't remember exactly how many points it failed by.
So here's where Florida stands. If you're into statistics, as of mid-August, 25 states in the U.S. had laws permitting the use of marijuana for medical conditions.
How many states?
25.
Okay.
It says the legislature also passed a law this spring that allows terminally ill patients to receive prescriptions for full strength. Well, how nice of them. How big of them. Here, you're terminally ill. Here's this plant that's growing out of the ground. We'll allow you to do it without, what are they going to do, put them in jail if they use it otherwise?
Well, actually, they will.
Yeah, technically.
Technically, they will.
Anyway, so there are other things that are on a ballot. Amendment 3, tax exemption for disabled first responders. Amendment 1 is something about solar panels, and I tried to read this like twice to try to figure out what is the gist of it? What is the bottom line? And I could not figure it out because it says that basically both sides seem like they're saying we're pro solar panel. It's just a matter of who's going to get paid, or I don't know. It's just hard for me to understand it. So I don't know how many.
I haven't read it yet.
Amendment 5
Amendment 1
would allow low-income seniors for homestead exemptions, and then Supreme Court.
Sorry, what was that again? Seniors
homestead exemption qualify for additional homestead exemptions.
Oh, additional homestead exemption
for low-income seniors.
Okay.
I don't know. It seems like I posted this thing on the internet today from Milton Friedman about taxes and why the tax code will never be reformed. And if you're interested, go to LinkedIn and see what I posted. But basically, he said that there's so many different people who are benefiting from the complexity of it. It reminds me of medicine. Like, it's hard to say that medicine will ever be for the patients and the doctors because there's so many parties now involved who benefit from the complexity, for whether it's consultants, whether it's third-party payers. There's just so much involved that it's not medical. It's hard to it's like. Well,
we don't really have to deal with that, though.
We don't, but people do, because coming up soon, November 1st, they're going to have the open market, the marketplace is going to open, so to speak. ACA compliant plans. They're going to be very expensive.
They're going to be very expensive.
We just had a new patient in here yesterday, a new consult, and we were talking about it, and that's basically the reason she was in here.
Right. I just sent you that article too yesterday. I don't know if you had time to read it or not.
It was about
Tennessee and insurance companies pulling out.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it, is how expensive it's going to be.
Right. An average of 62% increase.
Andrew Gitschlag is in Tennessee. He's the healthcare marketing person that I know. But yeah, it's going to be terrible. But unfortunately for them, there is no real alternative because the market has been warped because of the way that the law was written to make it the way. Basically, like it said, imagine if it was like saying you must have a car that has this, 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 and this. You can only have this 3 types of cars.
Right.
And then I don't know, it's ridiculous. So as far as the Halloween party, we're going to have people. Who do we have lined up? So I don't know who I'm going to be yet. It's still up in the air.
Well, I have an idea of who I can be, but, she's not really exciting.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe.
Well, just go ahead and tell us who it might be.
Dr. Melfi.
Dr. Melfi from The Sopranos? That'd be good. You think Bill Cosart's really going to come? He said he was.
Bill's not going to come.
Ooh, called out.
Bill,
if you're listening.
You should come. You should bring your wife. Have a good time. Party with us.
And he's going to say, he said he was come dressed as the Sopranos person.
I'll believe it when I see it.
He could be, you know who he could be?
Who?
He could be, although he had a short role on the Sopranos, he could be the first, the head of the DeMeo crime family, the one that died of cancer.
Oh,
he looks almost like him.
He could probably pass for that.
What the heck was his name? Anyway, if anybody's listening and they know, send us a comment.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you too. What was his horse's name?
His horse's name was Pyomai.
Pyomai, that's right.
Oh, so that's a new thing that we're doing here.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
So I have been elected the new host of Manolo's Trivia on Wednesdays.
Which, by the way, there goes Team Sopranos.
Yeah, well, they've retired, and I am now the official person who is in charge of it.
Yeah, so now I'm going to count on Jody and Brian helping me out. Actually, no, I'm working it now, too, because Yeah.
So I am the host of Trivia at Manolo's every Wednesday at 7:30, which is in Zephyr Hills. Mm-hmm. We did one event and posted it on YouTube, but they took it down because it had the background music, and the background music was copyrighted, and so they blanked out all the video. Mm-hmm. So you can see what the audio looks. I mean, you can see the video, but they blanked out all the audio.
Right.
But that's fun.
It is. It's a good time. You guys, I mean, everyone should come out and give it a try.
The winners get free mic. We had a person in here yesterday got a free mic.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday we had a tie. That's right, a tie.
And they won the tiebreaker.
And
the tiebreaker question was, name the 3 famous guitarists who came out of the Yardbirds, and see if anybody from Facebook can tell us.
Well, and then but we ended up giving business cards to everyone, so everyone was able to get a mix shot if they would, if they wanted to. Yeah, so it's
like 10 people. Mm-hmm. Mix shots are good. We got to get a mix shot on Monday. Actually,
but sometimes
we
Joe
should just go ahead and get another one. We got 3 bottles, new bottles. Let's just go ahead and do another one.
Okay. Well, see, sometimes Joe, the owner of Manolo's, gives out gift certificates.
Yeah. Well, we just felt like, since it was our first time, we'll give out the mix shots. But yeah, we should do one today because we are we have 3 bottles. Might as well.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I always will take a mic.
No football this weekend for Florida. Florida LSU game has been canceled.
Has been canceled.
That's unfortunate, but my hope is that, I don't know if the hurricane's landed yet, is there any way that the hurricane will not hurt anybody in Florida, or is that impossible?
Well, on the East Coast, there's going to be, I'm sure.
There's so many people died in Haiti. And granted, Haiti is much different than,
right. Well, in Haiti, the death toll, unfortunately, is a little over 300. It's 300.
That's sad. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of the times, and I'm not a natural disaster specialist, but I know a lot of the times the real trouble with disease and stuff happens after that because of the problem with sewage and because of just the disease processes that take place after it's moved through, not just the actual event.
Right.
So hopefully there's a way that people can stay safe in Florida. Although there's some people that they can always ride it out. Right.
I think though a lot of people in Florida have prepared appropriately, and
remember back in 2005, remember all those hurricanes that came through here?
I do remember.
Yeah, it flooded my backyard, flooded out my chicken coop. Mm-hmm. All my chickens were running around wild.
Poor things.
Yeah, well, they survived. Well, some of them survived.
So some died? They drowned?
Some of them were attacked by predators.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were out in the open. Mm-hmm. Speaking of chickens, if you're interested in some farm fresh eggs, we have plenty of them here. I actually have two dozen that I brought today, but our patients didn't come in. So if you want to come in and get some eggs before the end of the day, come and get them.
I need to share as well. You know how many dozen I have right now in my refrigerator?
How many?
5 dozen.
5 dozen. 60 eggs. And people think...
And that's just me and my girls, so I've got 5 dozen eggs.
Well, people think that is going to be like, oh, they must be old, but the eggs that you get in the store are several weeks old anyway. Mm-hmm. So these eggs are fresh. You know what I like to do is when we get the eggs, don't put them in the refrigerator. If you're going to eat them within a few days, they taste even better if you don't refrigerate them.
They're richer.
It's amazing. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have those at the Halloween party, deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs, I think we have at every event.
Starts at 6 o'clock, goes till whenever it goes till. And everyone's invited, everyone out there, even people in the past who came and basically tore the place down. Not really tore the place down.
Well, there was some damage last time. Your little fork and spoon and knife. I don't remember how that came off the wall, but we found it the next day.
Yeah, just find weird stuff somewhere, just stuck different places. Mm-hmm. As far as Fit Club, yesterday we did Fit Club by ourselves because everyone...
It was just you and I.
Did not come. But I was doing Fit Club. I felt so strong. Like, the only reason we quit because it was raining. Mm-hmm. So we were doing slam balls and alternating with running. How many
slam balls do you think we did?
I don't know. We stood there for like 15 minutes just doing slam balls.
We did a lot.
And back in the day, though, that would have been tiring.
It would have been exhausting. Maybe could have been...
If you're out there, please come to Fit Club. Join us Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. It's a good time. And we haven't seen Robin, speaking of Robin, in a while.
Robin again.
We saw Alex once without Robin, I think.
We haven't seen either one of them in a long time, and I do understand it's traffic for them.
Well, it is traffic,
it's a long drive for them to come over.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to have a place where they can, get to quicker. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. They should both be coming, though, this month because, Savage Race is in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think Savage Race is going to be basically a bust for me because I know there's no way I can do those monkey bars. My hope is I don't get out of it with a major injury. That's my goal.
Well, I did read an article that a lot of people get injured or die.
No.
They do because there was a platform you jump off of and apparently people drowned.
I'm not jumping off a platform.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Come on. All right, you're going to chicken out too?
What? Jump into what?
You jump into water.
What kind of water?
Well, it looks like mud.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, everyone does it. You can do a backflip off of it.
Yeah.
I might do a backflip.
You think I care if everyone does it? I'm more likely not to do it.
Then don't do it.
And you're not doing a backflip off anything.
Why can't I?
Because you're not.
All right, I'm not going to do a backflip.
I don't want to have to run this whole thing. I can't be doing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
QuickBooks and seeing patients and doing podcasts and doing websites and.
Anyway, you'll be fine with the monkey bars.
Doing HR, all that. Forget it. But the monkey bars, I'll probably fall. But,
maybe.
I know it's tough. It's hard. I did the monkey bars, and it just pulls at your shoulders. It feels so tough.
Well, Iman, with Iman's Fitness, says that you need to keep your arms like this. Do not let them hang completely.
Yeah.
So if you stay like this, I guess it's less strain on your shoulders.
Did you hear that this is heartbreaking. I don't even know if I want to bring this up. The Kardashian show, they have basically, they've delayed it.
What?
Yeah, because they delayed it.
Delayed it?
E! Entertainment is, well.
Is this because one of them was robbed, Kim?
I think so.
Oh, gosh.
So for you guys at home, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
I know. So that's been delayed. Let's see what else is going on. CNN, worst effects are still to come. Their storm is, well, it looks like it's right over.
Should be near Cape Canaveral or so.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Hopefully everybody's okay.
It's a Category 3, though, so it has weakened.
First hurricane-related death. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Where?
I didn't click on it. As far as, tell them about what we do here at Concierge Medicine, Echelon-Health. What we do.
Well, this is a family medicine practice and sports medicine practice, and we get to know our patients on a personal level. We don't have to sit on the phone with insurance companies for several hours of the day. We get to actually speak with our patients. Mm-hmm. There's never a wait here. Most of the time, our patients are the only ones here in the office because we schedule them so far out. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's personal care.
What about what are the different things that we do here besides medicine?
Well, we do. We have Fit Club. We have a small gym. Mm-hmm. We have, if you can't come to the office, we are going to be able to Skype with you, FaceTime with you. Also, if you wake up ill on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, you're going to be able to come in and see the patient. Mm-hmm. We have the McCombo Ultra Burn. You break your leg on a Saturday and
don't say that. Ooh, that hurts.
Well, not you, but let's just say somebody breaks their leg.
Sprain your ankle.
Yeah, then you can come in and see them, and if they need a cast. Yes. Then you can put a cast on them right here in the office and do all their care. Take the cast off. Mm-hmm.
We had that kid that broke his thumb before. Turned out pretty good. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I like about this is it's all in-house. So you draw the blood. No one else still has to be involved with drawing the blood. Really, the only thing we have to send out for is like radiology.
Yeah, radiology, which is right across the street.
We have Tower, and we have very good relationship with Tower. Mm-hmm. And also Rose. Mm-hmm. So we have, we're fortunate in that way. I know Jeff Gold in Massachusetts. We talked on the podcast before. He was saying how it was difficult to get good cash prices for his patients. So we were able to do that.
Yeah. But yes, it's nice that I can draw the blood here and send it out, and the patient does not need to waste their valuable time sitting at the lab.
Oh, my gosh. I remember I went there before. And I was waiting. I was thinking, this is like a third world country. Mm-hmm. I was expecting to see like a lady there with chickens in a cage or something. I felt like I was on a bus in Bangladesh.
I can't remember the last time I went.
The floor was dirty.
Thank goodness I don't have to go.
I was like, forget it.
But the idea also is here that we take, we allow the patient comes in. They come in whenever they want too. Uh-huh. They call or text, and we can see them the same day, most always. And anyway, because people they have busy lives, and they work, and they have families, so we offer a lot of convenience.
Well, I was telling that patient the other day, I said, the new patient, I said that for businesses, at least, the reason that we are good at doing it for business is that we can eliminate all of the hassle of having to wait in a doctor's office, because you're a business person, you got things to do. You can't be sitting around waiting for the doctor to call you back and then take another hour before you're put in the back and get to be seen. So,
unfortunately, the last time I went to the doctor, I cannot remember. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. I waited an hour in the room before the nurse advised me that the doctor was not even in the building.
Oh, my goodness. Where was he?
I don't even know. I was told that he got stuck in surgery, but, the thing is, I sat there for an entire hour. When the nurse put me in the room, the nurse said, he'll be in shortly. So an hour went by, and I'm like, okay, let me ask and see what the holdup is. And then he says, he got held up. Okay, great, but I've been here 1 hour. There's been no communication.
Yeah.
So then I had to wait another hour, so I was there for 2 hours.
Well, a lot of times when you're a patient in a big practice like that, they don't even know who you are.
No, he didn't know who I was and didn't really care, but did not have the common courtesy to come and tell me, look, it's going to be an hour before he gets here, and then another hour before he sees you. Would you like to reschedule something? There was just no communication. It was a total breakdown.
I was looking on here. It says, how old can people get? There was a thing I saw on the internet the other day about one of the Rockefellers. I think it's John D. Rockefeller, original. His grandson's still alive. I didn't realize that. He's 101 years old.
Wow.
David Rockefeller. No, it's not David Rockefeller Jr. Yes, I think it is.
101.
Yeah.
I'm going to live to be that old.
Yeah, probably. A lot of people are living to be that old nowadays.
I think I'm going to live to be really old and go peacefully in my sleep.
Yeah.
And my grandmother just turned 80 yesterday, so happy birthday, Grandma.
Oh, that's nice. 80 years old.
80 years old. And she's very healthy, very outgoing, energetic.
It says age that experienced the biggest gain in survival. And the age is people, according to this graphic, the older people. So in their 90s, people in their 90s and above are living longer than anybody below. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's kind of interesting because you figure that means that the health benefits that we have now are prolonging their life because it's not what they had earlier in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it must be like medicine is prolonging life now.
Yeah, and new technology can identify diseases. And
I was watching this thing on internet on TV last night about aortic aneurysms, and there was a doctor there talking about it, and they were talking about the different repairs, open versus endovascular. Anyway, she was 86 years old, and she had a leaking or an aneurysm that was about to go, and anyway, they went into an emergency procedure. But apparently, endovascular repair, in I don't know, the average person or whatever, the mortality is less than 1%, or the fatality or mortality rate is less than 1%.
Okay.
And they compared that though to open, which is like 4 to 6%, which is still pretty low considering.
That's very low, I think.
But back in the old days, man, that's just it. There ain't nothing they can do for you.
No, definitely not. I know. Well, my father's father, he had a brain aneurysm, but they, back then, that was in 1975 when he passed away. Yeah,
the risk factors for aneurysm, age is the number one apparently. Age, and then smoking and hypertension. One of the things that interestingly is not a cause and is actually protective is diabetes, which is interesting. So
why do you think that is?
I have no idea. Maybe it hardens the artery to the point of where it won't expand. But smoking directly insults the body, and then or insults the vessel, and then hypertension basically is too much pressure, so it's going to lead to a blowout. And then age, I guess, it just gets old. Then there's also some people who have collagen vascular disease that are at risk. So let's see what else I want to talk about. Oh, the election update. Are you going to watch the coming up debate?
Most definitely not.
Who did I talk to? Somebody I was talking to, they said they didn't watch it either.
No, I have no desire.
Who was that? I can't remember.
I know that might sound pathetic to some people, but no, I have no desire to watch it.
Yeah, I think you know who I was talking to? It was one of our patients came in, and they were talking about the election, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? The importance of the president that we place on the president now is not what it was intended to be. The president was never intended to be a monarch, which is kind of what the president is now.
Right.
Whether it's Obama or Bush or anybody, the office of the president is treated as a monarch. And it's not supposed to be that way. The office of the president was supposed to be a co-equal branch along with the Supreme Court and the Congress and the executive, which is the president. Now it's like the president is the monarch, and it's like Congress is like almost like the parliament, and then in Britain. And then you have this unelected fourth branch of government, which is really the one that drives your life, and that's the bureaucracy. So they're the ones, there's such a thing as administrative law and laws that are passed by Congress. So administrative law is laws that are passed by agencies. So like, I was going to do an update to say, what's the federal agency of the day, and think about, there's so many different federal agencies out there, and they're just everywhere, and those are the ones that really impede your life, because they're the ones because they don't pass laws that are elected by Congress. They pass laws that they just felt like they want to pass, and so that's kind of the thing that business owners deal with a lot of, and then just regular people. But anyway, back to the president. Hopefully, I don't know. The presidential debates, though, are almost like they are an idiocracy. Remember that?
Yes.
It's getting almost to that point. And I think the average voter, I don't know. I think we're almost to the point now where we're becoming a caricature of, like I said, like idiocracy.
Very sad, yes. When is the debate again?
I don't know.
Oh.
No idea.
That's how much I care.
What else? So tell us, what about, we got our game canceled, but as far as football is concerned, the football, tell them about the football foot club we had.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. We did that on Monday, and we did football drills. I don't know what the drills were called because you ran Fit Club on Monday. But, we did, I don't even know what we did really. You just told us what to do and we followed you. We followed your lead. Well, we had a lot of fun.
We did the warm up where you have to move your feet and then go backwards, go forwards, go side to side, put the ball up and down where you have to put your hands.
I'm thinking we probably did. What do you think? 2 miles?
I don't know. No, we didn't do that.
No? A mile for sure then.
Yeah, probably.
There was a lot of running.
Yeah.
And my legs were sore the next day.
Yeah.
It was a fun Fit Club.
So, how long do you think it took you before Fit Club? You weren't dying after Fit Club.
Oh gosh, probably anywhere between 6 and 9 months.
No way, that long?
Probably 6 months. Sadly enough, I thought that, I was, of course, 70 pounds heavier, and I had trouble breathing. I was using an inhaler.
Oh, yeah.
And so it took me that long. I mean, it took me 2 years to lose that weight, and probably 6 months, I would think. But there in the beginning, I had trouble breathing, and I was using an inhaler, and I was just in such bad shape.
I remember when I first started, I was having, aches for days afterwards.
Yeah.
Soreness for days. A lot of that, too, had to do with my vitamin D was low. So.
Right. And, I've been doing Fit Club longer than you because Dylan started doing it, I believe, February of 2014. And so it was a small group then, too, smaller than it is. I mean, it's bigger now.
Yeah.
But, it was tough. It was really hard. But I think I do pretty good now. I mean, I still do get winded and I'm sore, which shows that, I'm getting a good workout in.
Fit Club, for those people that aren't familiar, we do weights, we do slam balls, we do running, we do
jumping jacks,
jump ropes, calisthenics,
slams, slam balls.
And how long do you think it would be? Let's say someone's trying to lose weight and they join Fit Club and they come twice a week. For how many weeks till you think they are changing their pant size? Not only on Fit Club, but obviously they're still not. They're doing other things, but
so they're monitoring their diet as well. Well, I would say probably 2 months.
You think 2 months?
Yeah. For a woman, unfortunately, we lose weight slower than a man. Now, a man, probably after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But for a woman, yes, it takes us a little bit longer. I can lose 20 pounds and not change a size. So it would take probably a good 2 months.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know. I was thinking a month, but 2 months.
For a man, maybe, but for a woman, a little bit longer.
And then if we did the phentermine, if they did that on top of, if they really needed to, then they'd lose it faster, obviously.
They would lose it. I think they would lose it a little bit faster, but it's important that when you're taking phentermine, it does control your appetite, curbs your appetite tremendously. But you still need to make sure that you eat enough calories because if you lose it too fast, you are going to put it right back on.
Yeah, phentermine's kind of tricky because if you get to that point where you're working out and you need calories, then you have to basically substitute calories with that are carbs with protein, because if you're not drinking enough or getting enough protein, then you're working out, you're not going to get gains from the workout. So it can be tricky.
Yeah. I mean, and really,
I tell patients too that are doing the weight loss thing that are still calorie restricting. What would we do? 1,200 calories or 1,500?
Well, I know that I did 1,200, and then on days I exercised, I did 15.
Yeah, I tell them to bump it up. But
I felt like I needed it because I was starving after a workout.
And then do more protein.
And then increase your protein.
I just heard a good podcast the other day. It's by Dr. Youssef. His new podcast is called Optimal Health. Mm-hmm. It's called Optimal Health Podcast, but it's optimalhealth.libsyn.com. And it's really cool. It was about...
I listened to a little bit, but I'm going to
It was about weight loss. And then I listened to the one that he had about functional ADD.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yes, I saw your post when you were...
Doing multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps to do multiple things if you have ADD. Mm-hmm. I think. I don't know. But, I was listening to that, and one of the things that struck me is he said that one of the reasons that people with ADD, or one of the things they have to do is be cognizant of the fact... I'm not saying I have ADD, but I have something.
You have ADD.
Well, whatever. But anyway, they
just diagnosed you.
Yeah, they say that you have to be aware of your symptoms so that you're basically not, going past the person who's listening to you, because then they're just like they can't keep up with what, because your mind's like doing, and they're just like trying to look at you. It's particularly for a doctor, because you can sit down and just be like, have it, 1,000 things that you already have figured out in your mind, but talk to the patient about them, then you have to like pull yourself back.
Right.
And I can relate to that, because there's some times when I'm talking and they're talking and I'm like not even I'm thinking of the next thing that I want to tell them, and I got to slow down.
You do, because a patient just said that the other day, remember?
He has ADD, yeah.
Oh, he has ADD, doesn't he? I'm like, yes, he does.
Yeah. Well, it helps, and it's, there's like, it's a double-edged sword. But I think it's something. In his podcast was about functional ADD. So basically ADD where you're not really taking medicine for it. You're just kind of dealing with it. But that's what I did. Drink coffee and I don't know. I'm just drawing this thing. When I was in med school, they drew this graph that made sense to me about why people with ADD are the way they are. And I'm just going to hold it up. So basically, if you look at this graph, when people have ADD, they are on this side of the curve, so they're down on the stimulation portion. And to be optimally concentrating, you got to be at this part of the graph. So when you give a person ADD medicine, you move them up to the curve this way. And when kids are in school, that's the reason they get in trouble, because they're pestering the person in front of them, they're fidgeting in their seat, they're doing all these things to try to make their brain stimulated, and in the meantime they're getting in trouble in school. So that's why they call it ADHD.
Right.
So for me, what I do is I just have like multiple things. I have like 4 monitors, I have some coffee, I have music going usually all the time.
Yes, you
One
do.
time I had music going in 2 rooms. I had Pandora in one room and Pandora in the other room, and that was really cool, because it was like different songs were playing, and and I had my computer.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
See, and I mean, I know that I'm not ADD. I'm pretty sure I'm not. When I'm doing bookkeeping, I can see you would want music to be playing.
Oh my God.
You would want some other things going on. When I'm doing bookkeeping, music's got to be off, because I need to focus. Well, I do not want to hear anything else in the background.
I remember in med school, I used to do when I studied, I had to have the music going, and there was no way I was studying in the library. Zero chance of that. I can honestly tell you, I think I studied one time in the library. It was with a group, but I could not do it. Now, Dr. Beathy, on the other hand, could only stay in the library.
See, that would be me. I wanted to be quiet.
It's kind of interesting how people learn different.
Do you remember Madison the other day? She was trying to study, and she was telling Kaylee to be quiet. I don't know if you remember that. But anyway, she likes it to be quiet as well. But I don't know. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I need to focus, and the little music, I would be singing.
Yeah.
I would just start singing the songs and then forget, like, oh, what? Yeah, I got to get back to bookkeeping.
Yeah. Well, there's, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. ADD treatment is fairly straightforward if you can tolerate the medicine. But it's actually very successful. Our patients that we have that are on medication, when we bring them in and they do their little check-off sheet, how they're doing, and they tell me they see them doing really well. So it's a pretty cool medicine that it's not a lot of side effects, or some possible, but
I mean,
well
with a little
tolerated.
insomnia, and I know it also can curb your appetite a little bit.
Yeah, nobody ever complains about that. But some people say that it also makes you a little too hyper. What do you think as far as when the Halloween party? So for people who show up, if they can't come at the same time the party starts, then How late do you think they can still filter in?
Oh, I think there's no limit. I believe our last two parties we were here until yes. Okay. Our last two parties, I believe we were here until close to 1.
Okay. So if you're out there in Tampa and you want to come and join the festivities, we're going to be the Sopranos, Dexter, Breaking Bad, 90210 or Melrose Place.
I want to make Jell-O shots this time.
Okay. And that sounds good. And what about we're going to have more food. We're going to have eggs,
food, wine,
deviled eggs, wine. Then we're going to be able to also network with people.
Of course, yeah. Everyone can talk a little bit about their business, maybe a 30-second spiel, like we usually do at all of the Ask Dr. Tommy events.
And this one, usually we have a kind of educational thing. So last time Robin did videos. This time I think I'll show people this little podcasting setup in case they're interested in doing this.
Are you going to do like a one-on-one?
No.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
It's a good idea, though.
I think that's what we'll do. I mean, if we have people that are interested, maybe we'll get a group of like 5 and say, come on in. This is what we do. This is the equipment. I mean, this equipment's cheap.
I'm wondering if you can set up your projector.
$62.
What do you think?
Software's free. I'm not going to set up my projector. Too much work.
To do that? I mean, to show a group of people, you couldn't set up your projector? Okay.
I could put my computer to a TV, which is basically the same thing.
Right.
I could put my computer to that TV in there. But, yeah. Or I could put a TV in here somewhere. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll figure it out, I guess, before.
So tell me, before we go, what is the favorite thing that you like about AtlasMD software?
I love that I can text the patients directly from the medical record. And then they can respond back to me, and all the messages go directly into their medical record.
I like
the. In other words, there's no transferring over.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the ease of it. I mean, you get in it quick. I mean, you're in, whether it's on the computer or your phone, you're in it within 2 clicks. You're in a chart by 3 clicks. You can prescribe a medicine in there. There's no the simplicity of it is very quick. It's like boom, 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 boom. And then the other great thing I think is it's a money saver because it saves you money on processing.
Right, the billing definitely is.
And then I could just get a notification that this process started, this process went. And it sends your invoices. The other cool thing is it sends the patients emails and messages when you send them their prescription.
Right.
And when you send them their different things. And you can email them the labs right in within it.
Yeah, I really enjoy using it.
And if you're interested in trying AtlasMD, go to AskDrTommy.com. And if you're a physician, you click on special offer for AtlasMD. And you can get a 2-month free trial. Dr. Josh Umber has extended that offer to all of our listeners on the Dr. Tommy Show and Ask Dr. Tommy Show. Did you think, as far as the Fit Club yesterday, are you feeling like it was enough? Or
no.
I think because we got cut short because of the rain.
It started raining pretty hard. I could have done more.
I think for the next few Fit Clubs, we need to concentrate on strength of the upper body.
I agree,
because we got the running down pretty much. And
I wish we had monkey bars here.
Yeah, I think we need to concentrate on that.
I mean, I do have monkey bars at my house, and I look at them every day, but I have yet to go out there. Well, no, I take that back. I did go out there one time, and I just did 1 bar.
All right, so back to Manolo's every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., trivia night. If you're interested in coming out to Zephyr Hills, I am the new host, and we will be coming up with some interesting brain teasers and different things. Last time the categories were from health. What else? There was music. What else was there? Current events.
Yeah, current events. Yeah, the health was medical terminology.
Yeah, if you're interested in seeing if you're looking at it but not hearing the audio, go to AskDrTommy.com and click on Dr. Tommy Show, and there's the link to our YouTube video that shows you all the different questions that we did. And then they have delicious pizza.
They do have good pizza.
The pizza. There's a pizza show that we made too called Making Pizza with Joe. That's on the Echelon-Health YouTube channel. So if you go to Echelon-Health, Concierge Medicine on YouTube, or if you just go to Echelon-Health, which is tampadirectcare.com, that's the website for our clinical practice. And if you click on the YouTube little button at the bottom, it'll take you to the YouTube channel because there's a separate YouTube channel for Ask Dr. Tommy, a separate one for Echelon-Health. Anyway. That's had a lot of views.
It has, yeah.
And for all of you out there listening, if you're interested in learning how to do all that stuff, I do some tech consulting. I will tell you that if you use down you go. If you use copyrighted material, that they will either ban your audio or they will monetize it. So the one we did with Joe, I have Dean Martin on the end, so that Dean Martin's publishing, whoever owns the rights, monetize that, which is fine with me. But then they just blocked completely the audio from that other one. So
they blocked it quick.
Working with Chris to try to figure out a way to get some YouTube-friendly audio so that we can play YouTube music. Or YouTube-friendly music that you can also play in the restaurant, because you're not allowed to play restaurant music unless you have licensing fees. If you've paid licensing fees, and they have done that with their Pandora, but then blah, blah, blah. So other people that can come as is Sopranos. So there's Tony Soprano still available. You're going to be maybe Dr. Melfi.
Maybe.
There's a.
I might be somebody from 90210.
There's what's his name? Bobby Bacalari.
Yes, I want my brother to be Bobby.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good Bobby.
Because my brother's Bobby is so sweet. I think my brother would make a good Bobby.
Obviously, there's Paulie, and then there's also who else? The nephew,
Christopher.
There's
Adriana.
Oh, there's Syl.
So
that could be Syl. And then from Dexter, you have Lieutenant LaGuerta, Deb, Dexter. Who else? Let me think. Let's see. Who else would it be? I don't know who I'm going to be yet. I don't know.
I think I might know.
There is.
Are you giving away any hints today?
No. Then there's 90210, which is all the cast of characters from that, Melrose Place, and then Breaking Bad. Obviously Walter White and Mike Ehrmantraut and all those other people. And I'm interested to see, hopefully we get a lot of cool things, and then we're going to have a prize for the winner from the men and a prize for the women.
Right.
And the women, I'm sorry, they're both going to be, we haven't announced what they're going to be yet, but we'll have some type of prize.
Yeah, we haven't announced it because we don't know yet, but it'll be good.
I think Robin's coming. I think Alex is coming.
I'm sure. I know Chris is coming.
Chris is coming. Let's see who else. Bill Costart's coming, he said.
Bill Costart is not coming.
Oh, come on. He might come.
Bill, I hope you come because I want to meet you.
Yeah. Who else is there? Mark will be here. Mark will be coming as Uncle Jack, most likely.
Most likely. Yeah, Dylan will be here.
Yeah, Dylan. He could come as Hercules.
And, my daughter Madison will be here.
You know who Dylan could be?
Who?
Tony's driver in season 6, the big muscle guy.
Well,
he doesn't look like him, but he's got
no.
The
But we said
for him.
Iman could be him.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a small role.
But Dylan could maybe be the Meadows' cousin, the one that was killed off by. Do you remember they said he was killed off by drug dealers?
Yeah,
what was his name again?
Jackie Jr.
Jackie Jr.
Jackie Aprile is who Bill Costart could be. Jackie Aprile. He looks like almost like Jackie Aprile.
And Dylan could be him. He could just have to put a little color in his hair.
What is your favorite episode of The Sopranos?
Oh, geez. Oh, the last episode, because they lived happily ever after.
Okay, if there's people out there listening on Facebook, tell me how many of you think that Tony Soprano survived. All right, we'll see.
Me.
So my favorite episode, I think, is my favorite episode is Pine Barren.
What is that
Pine
about?
Woods.
Remind me.
That's the one where
where they're lost in the woods in the snow.
Paulie and what's his name?
Christopher
got lost. That was the funniest episode.
I did like that. Paulie's funny.
That was directed by Steve Buscemi. That was a great episode.
There's a lot of great episodes. I really can't narrow it down.
Yeah.
To just one.
The finale was good.
The finale was
sad.
Was definitely
so sad.
There's nothing to be sad about.
Yeah.
I told you they all lived happily ever after. They sat together and ate onion rings.
I saw a YouTube video that says to the contrary. Yeah. I don't think he's alive.
I mean, it would have been okay if it was a little bit different, but anyway, I like the fact that I can make up my own ending.
What's your favorite Breaking Bad episode?
That definitely is the final episode. It was amazing. It was awesome. It went out. The last episode was perfectly done.
Yeah, the last episode was your favorite?
Yes,
that was one of my favorites. I also like the one. What was it? The one where he basically becomes Eisenberg. The episode
you
starts off. You
can see the transition.
Well, the episode starts off. You know how they have the teaser? Mm-hmm. It starts off with this pew pew pew. The car alarm is going off, and there's like chaos, and you see a bald Walter White walking to you with a bag, and like chaos behind him, an explosion, and then it cuts to the beginning of the episode, and there is Walter White with hair. Mm-hmm. That was in the first season. So you know that during that episode, something transpired. And that's the one where he goes to see Tuco. Mm. And he goes, so what are you here for? It's your meeting. Mm. He goes, I believe you have something in mind. And he said, you want me to give you the money? And then he goes, you've got one thing right. We missed one thing. Mm-hmm. This is not meth. And then he explodes it. Mm. That was cool.
Yeah.
Now you just got one thing wrong there. This is not meth.
Breaking Bad was really good. I liked it a lot.
That was a great movie.
I mean, the transition from a science teacher to making meth, gosh.
My mom watched that. She liked it.
I know. I remember you kept talking about it. Your mom's watching Breaking Bad. I'm like, what is Breaking Bad? And anyway, you're like, you should watch it. I'm like, I don't have time. I can't get, stuck on, shows like that. And then... on Netflix, I ran across it. I'm like, there's Breaking Bad that Tommy talks about. I'm like, let me watch it. I don't know, 5 hours later, I'm still watching it.
I remember there's one...
And I became addicted.
There's one episode, I think it was the one where they were in... It was called Fly, where they were in the lab the whole time.
Yeah.
And we ended it. My mom was just sitting there the whole time watching it. And I turned it off, and I said, what'd you think about that one, Mom? They fight so much. Walter and Jesse always fighting.
Well, I did. I was able though to. So the last episode, what year was that? That was on actual television
2012,
on AMC.
I believe.
2012.
I believe so.
Well, I was able to watch the last episode on AMC, so I think it was 2013.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 2013. Yeah, yeah, or 24. Who
right. I remember though. I got through all the episodes, every single season.
Time is going by so fast.
In a matter of about a month.
Yeah.
And I was able to make it to the final season on AMC.
I started watching when it was the 5th season, when it was between the break between the 5th season and the final season, the second part of the 5th season. Mm-hmm. So when I was waiting for the final season to start, I think I watched part of the 5th season live. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah. So I had to watch 1 through 4 on Blu-ray, which is fun because it's so quick. I mean, you can do it so efficiently.
Yeah, well, I was up at 5 a.m. Watching it and going to bed at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and my daughter thought I was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But
I just had to get through it.
Well, thank you all for joining us. This is the Dr. Tommy Show live. Went for an hour this time.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we didn't bore people.
Well, it's a maiden voyage. Actually, the interface works great. I think it works so much better than YouTube. It looks much clearer. Anyway, so thank you all for joining us. This is Dr. Tommy Show. If you want to hear more about Dr. Tommy Show, go to AskDrTommy.com. If you want to learn more about what we do here, go to TampaDirectCare.com. That is our clinical website. And then also, if you're interested in joining our practice, go to TampaDirectCare.com, and then you can click on schedule a consult or schedule a call back. We're getting about a new patient a week now, so it's an exciting time for us. It's an exciting time for our patients. We're helping a lot of people get optimal health, which is our specialty. We're also helping people who are in a situation where their insurance is expiring or changing or whatever, or people who are switching concierge doctors. Every day people move, and that's become a new thing now. Not only if you had a concierge doctor before, you have to find a new concierge doctor. It's not just like you just change doctors.
Right.
Like before, you could move from town to town to town and just get a new doctor. I mean, you have to find one that you like, but still. But now, if you're interested in concierge medicine, you got to find a new concierge doctor. Right. So certainly, we're willing to also always meet patients who are familiar with what we do because they understand what we do, which is put our patients front and center, and also give them the quality and time that they deserve and the time that we deserve to spend with our patients and not be busy doing things that are not related to patient care. And for all of you out there listening, also, if you go to AskDrTommy.com, you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, TuneIn, and Stitcher, and listen to some of our guests. Who's your favorite guest that I've had on? Do you know? Or your favorite podcast or whatever?
Oh, I would have to say it's got to be Bill.
Bill. Which one? He's had 3.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm a little biased. I love when Rami did the podcast with you, of course, because he's my nephew. Yeah. And he did such a great job. But I don't know. There's a lot of great ones. Dr.
Azarian's is the most popular, the cosmetic surgery for women.
That was fun doing them with, I did those with you, and it was a lot of fun.
And then also my favorite is my favorite is Walter Williams. If you're interested in learning about the Constitution, learning about liberty and freedom, highly recommend you listen to the Walter Williams podcast on Ask Dr. Tommy show on iTunes or Stitcher or TuneIn or on AskDrTommy.com. All right, thank you all for joining us, and then until next time, bye-bye.